Hello, owlets. Come on in.
We eat owl wiggle.
Come in. Come on. Get comfy. Yeah, Rebek? Rebek wants to come in too? Yeah? Noisy cat. Needs so much love at all times. He's just a bit too quiet to be picked up on the microphone. The cats are very active, jumping up on things all over the place. I'm still setting things up. Will be just a moment. Things have been behaving less and less lately. Oh my.
I wish to inform the furries and or scalies in the chat that there is now an Anthro Secret Hunter mod for Monster Hunter Wilds. No Fred, I wasn't talking to you. But you can be included in the notice too, I suppose.
Yeah, right. Oh my. Oh, I am struggling right now. I am in my struggle phase trying to get this to work. Oh my. Just absolutely does not want to connect. How absolutely wild. Oh. No. Oh my, something must have changed. Some automatic setting must have changed. Because it very much just suddenly does not want to connect. Oh my. I'm going to try resetting my phone and seeing if that makes a difference. This is going to be one of those days, isn't it? I suppose it's just a voice day today. Eternally starting soon. We're doing the start it again method. Oh yeah, Fugi Day. Forever Fugi Day. Kind of wild because nothing has changed. To my knowledge. Phone update? I purposefully never update my phone. Not this one. With the Q, the most perfect representation of me. Okay, everyone. Could we get some hypes Because this is definitely going to work. Come on. Yes! Okay, restarting the phone worked. You gave me so much power. Okay, now we can start. It's amazing how many problems can be solved by just restarting things. Okay. Congratulations, everyone. We did the actual anti-Aga. We fixed everything forever. Aye. Agant. Un-Aga. Yeah, we turned it all in. Oh, I forgot about preemptive pets. Hello, owlets. Oh, did you all see Nick's new model last night? Isn't it gorgeous? Nick's new model is fantastic. Resembles him quite well. Let me pull it up. Oh no, sorry, I would be hunting the Bunuis. It's so cute how everyone makes so many assumptions. Look at the new fellow.
Restart is the tech worker's cantrip when interfacing with the electrically charged rock golems we consider our working companions. Simply empty the rune from as much remnant energy as possible and recharge it after half a minute. Costs nothing to cast and should probably be your first option anyways.
Yeah, that sounds right. Thank you for the bits, Tank Facts, and thank you for the 18 months Gloomy Trade. And the 15 months Lunar Ablaze. Welcome in the both of you. Look at the Bunui. All of the stuff. Oh, look at the rabbit here. I didn't even notice this. Look, I'm there. My coffee pot is there. Hey, B-san. Ark specifically refers to Ark Survival Evolved. We'll be talking about that a bit later to give people a chance to arrive. But Ark Survival Evolved made a mistake. Look at this fellow move though. Nick is so jazzed about the March Hare, the new March Hare model. The model has a Ratma. Yeah, Alfie is in there. Let me go hunting. Is it? No. That's his gym wear. There. Look, it's Alfie. Ratus. Very sleepy. Pocket mouse. It's so cute. That was a delightful decision that they made. Including small rat. Dormouse Alfie, yes. The mushroom hat. was an excellent choice. Why Alfie specifically? Because Alfie constantly refers to herself as a rat. That's why. It is too precious. I have, at many junctures, wished that I could take my friends, make them small, and put them in my pocket, and bring them around with me. I have wished that at many times. Yeah, we've got a... That's what your phone... Yeah, all my friends are in my phone. That's a good point. All my friends are in my phone. Well, more so... I hate typing on my phone, though. More so in my computer. But I have pretty big screens now, so they're not quite so small. What do you mean I'm the pocket-sized friend? I am a perfectly normal size. I'm about 5'10". Thank you. What do you mean boomer thing to say? To what are you referring? Short king. Ah, yes, I'm not 6 foot. 6 foot Chad, 5'11" manlet. Yeah, 5'10" is average. I am perfectly average. Welcome in, everyone. Good to see the lot of you. I was going to take a week off from working on Down the Rabbit Hole, but I have found myself tired. I woke up at about, I want to say 9 a.m. today. That's about when I tend to wake up. But then I kind of just fell back asleep for a little longer. Then I woke up again at like 11, and then I crawled out of bed, and I crawled over to the couch, and I turned on the TV, and I put on competitive Dead by Daylight of all things. For some reason, that has been my comfort viewing. I have no explanations. I don't know why. It's not even... The game is not even set up well for a competitive format. Nor is it stable enough. And I fell asleep again. And didn't wake up until, I think, 1 p.m. So, I took that as a sign. I was up until 1 a.m., but I usually only need anywhere between 8 and 10 hours of sleep. Which I think is more than most people. But my body just was not having it. And so I decided to listen to my body and said that I'll start work on videos again Monday. I'm going to listen to my body. I can't burn out. Not again. I'm trying. I'm trying to practice what I preach now. Yeah, I burnt out pretty hard. I've been doing this for nearly 9 years. What subjects are in the pipeline? Foxhole, but also another secret topic. I only really made the foxhole subject public because I wanted to beseech my viewers for anyone who was present at the battle, and I got a few. I got a few people to interview. Fortunately, I don't intend it, but I am peculiarly well connected. Yeah, corner lady. Burnout sounds fake, but it's very real when you sit down to work and just can't think. I burnt out pretty hard at the end of this video production. I fell back into some bad production habits. The goal is to have videos done well in advance. Wander Stop. Oh yes. Maybe we should play that together. From the creator of Wander Song. And the Stanley Parable. That looked like a very... Like, it is a game about making tea, but really not wanting to slow down and make tea. Mr. Potato Chip and Asian are joining. MBG? Mercy Battle... Oh my god. Wait, really? That's fantastic. I love Mr. Potato Chip. Sorry, Foxhole stuff. I have been intending to return to Foxhole. That is fantastic. Mr. Potato Chip is a blessing, and Asian are pretty cool. Yeah, Tank Facts, I know. I'm trying to pace myself better. I'm making sure that everyone is working. I'm taking my role as project manager seriously, rather than just doing one video at a time. And I've been thinking... I still want to do really big videos on occasion. And my thought that I'm kind of playing around with, right? Like, this is not a promise at all. But I at first I wanted to do a video every 2 months, but now I'm thinking if I do one every 4 months, then that buys us time to work on bigger topics, including one that is going to be very, very massive, that I'm going to need time for. So since I have one video that is already, I would say halfway, not quite halfway to being finished, and another one that is nearing completion, that is just waiting on graphics, I can buy myself like a year to work on a bigger video. What do you mean massive? Just a lot. Like a lot of things to cover. Oh no, B-san, I do not do iceberg stuff. At all. I hone in on one topic and really just dig in. The Minecraft movie, yeah? Is this another EVE Online? Possibly. It's... However, I will note, I am not going to be doing it alone this time. No, I don't do iceberg videos. Down the rabbit hole is a very specific thing. I don't have very much interest in doing so. The dinosaur get... Yes, Septic Punk. Something has happened. You all will not believe what has happened with Ark Survival Evolved. Yeah, Vanta Vista. That is... I would get too into the weeds about specific parts. The other problem is that I'm very dry. And I think part of what makes iceberg videos is commentary. Does it involve crime? I think the jury's out on that one. No pun intended. Oh! One thing that happened, I got my Merry Gamer Sups merch, so I now have some sweatpants and a hoodie themed after Mary. They're lovely. They look fantastic, just by the way. But I also got Mary's cup, and the problem is that I don't drink energy drinks. I just don't. And I was thinking, oh, maybe I could... I came up with an idea to use the shaker cup, because it specifically has a piece of plastic in it to help aerate whatever it is that you're shaking. The problem, my idea was that I could use the shaker cups to make matcha. The problem with that is that the plastic does not do well with heat. Heat makes the plastic of the cups warp. So it only works if I'm going to have room temperature matcha. But that does make me think I should have something I can like shake to make matcha. Tea storage? That's not the worst idea. That is not the worst idea. You throw yours in the dishwasher and it's fine? Cooler matcha isn't the worst. Actually, iced matcha is nice. Oh, wait! Volta Vista! You make a very good point. This summer, I'm going to have loads of iced matcha. Oh, that sounds delightful. Wait, I really like this idea. I'm going to use my
I hate
shaker
energy
cup.
drinks categorically. Drinking caffeine-free Gamer Sups accidentally kicked me off my soda addiction, and it is my go-to drink. The theanine helps me immensely.
Oh, that's fantastic,
A tea store I
Ender.
order from sometimes, Tea Tokyo, has a shaker like that specifically for matcha, and it's fine. I usually use it for chocolate milk instead.
Oh, really? Let me look this up. Kontorkiel. Willkommen in der Welt des Tees. No. Matcha. Matcha Tea-Pulver. Taiwan. Or Chawan. Matcha Sets. Zubehör. Ah, there it is. Matcha Shaker. Wenn dein Warenkorb 100 € überstiegt, wird dir dieser Artikel an der Kasse gratis als Geschenk angeboten. If you spend 100 euros on tea, then you'll get the shaker free. I believe. That's not a bad idea. Tragbare Katze. I actually have some really good matcha. I've been gifted some good matcha. Yeah, caffeine-free Gamer Sups. Helped you off of soda. That's good. Too much sugar really plays havoc with the body. A shaker, a bamboo spoon, a small tea sampler, some magazine. Some magazine. Just some magazine. When is my monk shit, gamer? You know, I believe that Gamer Sups would do that. They already did. They have done some profoundly unappetizing sounding flavors. Yeah, Geschenk. That is gift. Yes, okay, so something very funny happened to GamerSups a while ago. Oh. BTS Pog didn't play nice. What was that? Why didn't it play the message? Thank you for the 22 months, math, ma'am. Oh, welcome in, Treasure Hunter. New... First-time Chadder. Welcome in. Let me...
Pog Online Poggers.
It should have worked. We are laughing at Ark. Well, you'll see. You will see. There has been a very interesting development about Ark Survival Evolved that is... Oh, baby. It is rough. It is very rough. Boy, this is one of those... We gotta talk about it before things start disappearing moments. No, Ark is not getting a cryptocurrency. But you're in the ballpark. You're getting there. It's one of those things where I suspect that things are going to start disappearing. People are going to start deleting things. Yes, okay, so something happened with GamerSups. Oh, thank you, Ender. Yeah, here we go. GamerSups, and this may be fake. Ah, people are saying it is fake. It's an edited version of a letter sent to the National Security Archive regarding missing presidential records. Okay, that's pretty funny. Damn. So the gag that they did in this case was they created a flavor called lean, and then they put Joe Biden on the front of the... It's not a tin, because it's plastic. Everything from GamerSups is plastic. But on the container, they had Biden on the container, and then they put out a fake legal request from Biden to remove Biden from, like this is illegal, right? Like they said you cannot use Biden for the branding, and so they put Biden in Groucho Marx glasses. Thank you for putting that back in my head, Blind Archer. Ba 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 ba, plastic in my blood. Ba 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 ba. Fuck. Oh dear, I'm reminded. Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Wake up, Joe Biden. Missing though, I heard that Eve was making a crypto game, but I saw chatter that it actually looked interesting. I really gotta look into it. Oh yeah, Sandwich. Yeah, we'll get there. Eve Frontier. I have stated many times, if they can make a if they can make a blockchain game work, fine. I just don't know how they do it. Oh god. We are dropping frames. Oh god. Hello? Fine for you. What? Wait. Okay, it looks like it's calmed down. That was unexpected. No, that's not your net. I was dropping frames. Okay, I think we're clear. For now. Could be on my end, could be on Twitch's end. It's always so difficult to tell. Oh. The connection seems spotty. Okay, let's pray. Praying isn't working. Uh-oh. I think this might be on my end. Connection spotty. Now it's fine. Okay. We're fine now. Okay, it's normal now. Maybe Twitch was just having problems. Could be on my end, but it's always so hard to tell.
Aga.
Hi, Kibby. Yeah, big Aga time. Thank you for the 2 months, Night Soil Salesman. It's messed up again. Okay. Am I gonna have to try restarting my router? I am dropping frames like crazy. If you can hear me, I am going to restart my router. Hold tight. Hello? Okay. I think we're clear.
Smoking dick and sucking dick, baby.
Thank you. Hi. I need to refresh this so I can see chat. Excellent. Hi. Hello, outlets. Okay. Hopefully that fixes it. We'll see. The weather could cause problems. That could be the problem. I unfortunately cannot control the weather. As cool as that would be. But I think we saved it. My chat's not... Oh, chat in OBS. No, that is not refreshing. Allow me. But a moment, outlets. All I have to do is refresh the cache. And there we are. Okay. We should be fine. I think we fixed it. Thank you, outlets. You all are so patient. You are so patient with me. No, it's not so bad, Soup Spoon, I don't think. Hello, goodbye, Ramon. A good introduction. I appreciate that you spelled my name wrong in the last one. You spelled... This is actually kind of interesting. You spelled my name correctly twice, and wrong in the last one. Autocorrect. Oh, okay. To that few people, I guess there aren't very many 7-letter Frederiks. What's my favorite variety of soup? French onion. I adore French onion soup. I watched a video about... You know what? I'm just going to show it, because now I want to try just roasting an onion. Baked onion, excuse me. Here we go. Roasted onions. It is literally just putting an onion in heat. Look at this.
Almost 6 years ago, we did one of the most incredibly accidental episodes ever here on the channel. We did this episode that was a throwaway episode at the time, and it turned out to be so incredibly popular. The episode was roasted onions or baked onion, and really made me think about what people understand about
Stop saying
food
cowboy
in the 18th
soup.
century and how important it is. And it is an incredibly simple episode, and at the time I hadn't really dug into the depths of the idea of onions in the 18th century and the concept of the baked onion in general. And that's what we're going to do today. Onions are an important part of the diet in the 18th century, especially for people that are poor, but of course they show up on everyone's table.
Roasted onions are like the opposite of cowboy soup. The chat cache is... Oh. On this one. Of course. I'll fix it.
They're an inexpensive kind of vegetable, and we usually think about things like potatoes as food for the poor. But onions have this extra flavor component to them. They're famous for being in Spanish cookery and French cookery also. And of course, we use them as a small side component in so many dishes. So we'll do a ragu from the 18th century, and it'll have a onion sauce or something like that. But rarely do we think today about basically onion recipes. You're just eating onions. But they're doing that in the 18th century. And of course, we do have some recipes like onion pie and an onion ragu, and we have onion soup, of course, French onion soup, very, very famous. But what about just eating an onion? A baked onion or roast onion. Now, in the original episode, I talked about how this was kind of maybe coming into vogue in the early 19th century. The recipe that we're going to be looking at specifically is from 1808. And it's interesting, you don't necessarily see exactly that same recipe going back further into the older recipe books unless you look someplace special. And where do we find these roast onions? We find them in medicine books. If we go back into the 16th century and the 17th century, hundreds of years before this recipe, we find exactly the same thing being done as a medicinal recipe. Do you have a cold? Do you have congestion? Something like that? Well, you need to make these special roast onions and eat them for 3 days in a row. That's the only thing you're going to eat, and it'll cure you. That's what we find in these medicine books or herbals from this earlier time period.
It's so funny, the idea of, I mean, nowadays, right, we think of onions as being good. The onions are good for you. They're quite good for you. And they're perfect when you are sick. They will help you get better, right? Having onions in your diet. And it's so interesting that people recognize that. But the application of it was a little bit haphazard, wasn't it? And this is kind of a funny effect where, yes, you have a lot of disease during these times, but also the wealthy would often, even if they lived longer, they would often be much less healthy because of the foods that they ate, the foods associated with nobility and wealth. And country folk would often be quite strong because they had a more well-rounded diet. To my knowledge, this was especially true, gout. Gout was considered the disease of kings because you get gout by eating, lots of very fatty foods, right? Red meat. Yeah. Lots of red meat. And the only people who could eat enough meat like that were nobles. But then you have farmers, right? Potatoes. Potatoes being brought over from South America into Europe was huge. Because I mean, I remember learning about, right, the Irish potato famine. The Irish, particularly Ireland, made a lot of potatoes, famously, and the men that worked in the fields and ate nothing but potatoes were pretty healthy. Because it turns out that potatoes have nearly all nutrients that the human body needs. Like, potatoes are remarkable. They just ate a lot. Yeah, the potato famine did not need to happen, but it was done. It was engineered to a certain extent. It was opportunistic. It was opportunistically imposed. To my knowledge, I am not an expert in the field, but my understanding is that the potato famine was allowed to happen. And it was purposefully, it was on purpose from the British. But yes, availability of onions as well, though.
It seems like many foods are doing exactly this same thing. They start off as a medicinal component or recipe, and then they're adopted as a standard food item. So something like white sugar starts off as a medicinal component, part of other kinds of medicine, and then it's adopted as, hey, I like sweet stuff, and now we have sugar in everything. And these onions are exactly the same way. We have other examples like garlic that starts off as very medicinal and turns into a main food flavoring, or some of the hot drinks from the 18th century were definitely medicinal early on and turned into just, hey, an enjoyable drink. In fact, the term comfort food, foods that make us feel comfortable. Sometimes they make us feel comfortable because of anxiety, and other times they make us feel comfortable because maybe they're good for us. One of the great things about onions is they are fairly easy to grow and very prolific in the time period. People were able to get any kinds of onion sets so that they could grow their own onions, even in a very small plot, along with potatoes and other small vegetables. There's an interesting cookbook from the middle of the 18th century, which is called Primitive Cookery, and it's full of recipes. It's almost like vegetarian recipes, but the reason why they're vegetarian is because meat was expensive in the time.
I like how he has a couple of sprouted onions in here. They've been left there a little while. These are not all perfectly fresh onions. Look, they're sprouting.
Time period, and it's full of non-meat recipes. And there are 2 or 3 pages where he basically sets it aside for onions. And here are the classic onion recipes that he's got in here. Make a ragu of onions, make an onion soup, make an onion pie, and then there is make an onion soup in the Spanish way. So he does the same kind of thing for potatoes or whatnot. But notice how he's basically holding this whole section aside just for onions.
I noticed this just because it makes me feel a little bit better about when it's happened to me, when I've left onions too long.
Because he knows they are such a wonderful flavor component, and you can basically survive on them if you want to. Here's what the English physician of 1765 says about onions.
I mean, it worked for them in holes, right?
Onions are flatulent or windy, yet they do somewhat provoke appetite, increase thirst, and ease the belly and bowels. Here we go. Being roasted under the embers and eaten with honey or sugar and oil, they much conduce to help the inveterate cough and expectorate tough phlegm. Sounds good, doesn't it? Other books go on to describe the idea of eating them, basically them and them only, for 2 or 3 or 4 days to get rid of that bad cough.
I don't know if eating only onions for a few days is a great idea. But perhaps it kept them from eating other things that were worse for you. Maybe eating nothing but onions prevented you from eating bad stuff.
Now here's Rundell's recipe from...
Well, that was kind of beer as well. There is... I watched another video that Townsend's made specifically about grog. Do you guys want to know how to make grog? Old-time grog? Here's what you do. You take 1 part rum and water it down with 4 or 5 parts water. Congratulations, you now have grog. Exactly, Inkwitch. People thought that drinks like beer were healthy for you. It's not that they were healthy for you. It's that it sterilized the water. The word groggy does come from grog. And the word grog comes from the kind of clothing that the captain who introduced the idea of grog used. He was called, what, like Old Grog, because of the clothing that he wore. It was like Grog something. The name of his clothes was shortened to Grog. The problem was that the sailors would save up. Hey, Ompuko, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. We're talking about grog, about the history of grog. Sailors would get a ration of rum every day. And sometimes sailors would save up their ration of rum. They would hide it for 2 or 3 or 4 days, then drink it all at once and get drunk, which is not great. It's not conducive to good work on a ship. So in order to disincentivize people from hoarding their rum, making it more difficult, more voluminous, he would water down the rum. So same alcohol content, but more voluminous. And that is how grog was born. And it turned out that people liked it. And a lot of people tend to like it. And so grog became much more popular. That is how Townsend's told the story anyways. Yeah, they started adding lemon and lime juice. Yeah. Because it turns out that citrus is how you prevent getting scurvy. And making your eyes fall out. Grog is, so for those who just came in from Ompuko's raid, grog is very simple. It was a drink that was drank by sailors on the Atlantic Ocean especially. It is just 1 part rum and 4 or 5 parts water. It's watered down rum. That's all it is. With maybe some citrus. Maybe some lemon or lime. I just found that very interesting. But yes, beer was considered healthy because you wouldn't get sick. You could get sick from drinking water. You wouldn't get sick from drinking beer. And that's because the alcohol, even a very tiny amount, even 0.5%, is enough to sterilize the water. Right? Like the process of making the beer sterilizes the water. And so beer or rum, right? Or water with rum in it, was considered healthy because you would get sick from drinking straight water. You wouldn't get sick from drinking beer and rum, unless you drank too much, obviously. Obviously, it's not healthy per se, but it certainly is safer than drinking. Water? Exactly. I imagine that's what French cuisine used to be like back in the day. Yeah, you want beer or would you like a cup of cholera? Exactly.
The 1808, a new system of domestic cookery. And this is
better than parasites,
the entire recipe. She says, roasted onions should be done with all the skins on. They eat well alone, with salt only and cold butter, or with roast potatoes or beetroots. That's it. It's basically, she doesn't even tell you how to roast them or anything. So they are very, very simple to cook. We're going to take
Mom.
our large onion,
this guy's great, isn't he?
A large onion to start with. You could do this with smaller onions, but what's the point? We want a nice big onion. You can try yellow onions, white onions, red onions, or sweet onions. They all come in the nice large variety. And she calls them roast onions, but the recipes that we have, the medicinal recipes, talking about baking them under the embers. We're gonna bake them in an oven at the typical baking temperature of 350 degrees. Make sure to put these on a sheet that can contain their liquid that comes out of them. So usually on an onion like this, maybe you know, a tablespoon,
Welcome in,
2
Planer.
tablespoons worth of liquid is going to
Thank you
kind
for the
of
follow.
ooze out of this onion as it bakes.
Be welcome
These will bake, depending on
this
their
place.
size, between 45 minutes for something maybe medium-sized to an hour and 15 if it's something really big and if you wanted to get it really soft. The different varieties tend to take a little bit more or less time, so you got to adjust that a little bit. Part of the baking process, and any kind of baking process, you know it starts to get done when you can really smell it. That's how you know sometimes. It's like if you start smelling something, then you should go and check it. We have 3 onions to try out. I've got a yellow, I've got a red onion, and I've got one of those sweet Vidalia onions here. And just a little bit of butter. There's no reason to go crazy. The amazing thing is it smells wonderful. When you bake these, you know you're getting there because it just fills the house or the kitchen with this amazing smell. And so, I mean, you can't go wrong. You know it smells good. It's going to taste good. And I just put a little butter on here. I didn't bother to put salt. None of this weird sugar stuff. Man, it is so good. It still has enough of
makes
the
me
texture
hungry.
to it. You don't want to, bake it so far that there's no texture left, but there's just a touch of texture left.
Yeah, you need. Imagine you
I don't
want
even
some.
think you need the butter on these. It's so good. Let's try out the red onion here. Because it's red, it's probably even better for you. Who knows? Definitely a little sharper taste to it. And last of all, the sweet onion here. Melt in your mouth. So good. A little bit more sweetness built into it, not a lot. All the textures, all very, very similar. Just a little crunch to it. So very good.
It's so delightful. I want to make roasted onions for all of you. Okay. Can I confide something in all of you? Come here. The longer I have been streaming, the more... How do I put this? I feel protective. I feel more and more protective of all of you. Like, Big Brother style. I feel more and more protective, like... Nobody messes with my owlets. If I, like on the playground, right? It's that sort of vibe that I have, that I've been getting more and more of. Like, don't mess with my owlets. If I see anyone mess with my owlets. Ash, hello! Big Brother Owl protective of eggs. They're not eggs, they are hatched.
Pooh's Adventures Wiki. Pooh's Adventures of Me. My name is Biffy Jones. I really love Pooh's Adventures. I was born in a shack in Nova Scotia, Manitoba, Crisp Falls, Shark Stink, Iowa. I like to poo with my friends. I like Pooh, Pea, Piglet, Thomas, Thimis, Thimble, Trombola, Robert Plank, Albert Clench, and Compact Disc. I started pooing in 2005 and I'm currently 12 years old. March on, brothers. This is a photo of me. Hope you look forward to my future poo adventure endeavors. Mommy Hamamo says I can't do this for the rest of my life, but I cut the brake lines on her bike, so we'll see who's sloshing soon.
I couldn't bring it up fast enough. He's streaming. Yvette's Bridal Formal. Why does that name ring a bell? But no, I don't want other streamers to bully my owlets. Be good to my owlets. I don't want other people's, like, communities being mean to you all. I definitely felt that when we combined my, like, us and Mike's chat. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. And then Blind Archer comes in and reminds me, puts me back in my place. No, I felt very protective. I didn't realize, you know, how badly Mike's chat was going to bowl over everyone. That's the kind of protective, right? Like that was activated then. Different tone, yeah. You'll be mean instead. Okay. Ash, you can... I'll let you bap them around. How about that? Just a little bit. We're past the top of the hour. We need to BRB. I need to make myself some more tea, and when we come back, how about we look into what exactly happened with Ark Survival Evolved? Because, oh boy. You know what? Let me give you all a little taste. Let me give you all a little taste. Where is it? Here we go. I have it. Let me give you all a little, oops, taste. Oh, yeah. Oh, that will do. That will very much do. Goodbye, Mom. Thanks for stopping in. Take a good look. Oh, yeah. This is just a little taste. Oh, yeah. Gordon. I am going to give myself some tea. We are going to be right back, and when we come back, we are going to dig deeper into that. And I would highly recommend that all of you stand up, stretch your legs, stretch your arms, get yourself a sippy. We are going to run 3 minutes of ads so that nobody who is coming in gets stuck having to watch pre-rolls. And then we're going to enjoy the new Ark Survival Evolved DLC trailer. Don't go far, outlets. Hello, Owlets. I'm back. I had a snack, and I made tea. Jasmine tea. What did you all get? Excuse me. What did you all get to sip on? I hope that you're cozy. I am having some jasmine tea. Not jasmine dragon today. I have some other jasmine tea that I have to get through. How long do I steep my jasmine tea? Only like 15-20 seconds usually. Good jasmine tea should be able to keep imparting its flavor over quite a few steeps. Canola oil. Cold brew with hazelnut creamer. Valid. And welcome in blueberry cola. Grapefruit cider. Ooh. Jasmine tea is my comfort tea. Yeah, I tend to gong fu my tea, unless the teas that I don't gong fu are matcha, obviously, because that's a powder, and my sencha. Sencha needs to be done. Okay, sencha should be done very specifically, either 160 or 170 degrees Fahrenheit, although the temperature is very variable. First steep, 45 seconds. Second steep, 30 seconds. Third steep, 1 minute and 30 seconds. That is how you steep sencha. Hmm. 150 milliliter wheat barley malt drink. That is valid. You do not wish to imbibe anymore. Well, good. I am glad that you are satisfied. Cold brewing peppermint and cocoa shells. Oh, that sounds delightful. English breakfast tea is also very valid, Magic Carpet. Your husband brought you a cherry coke. Aw. Sencha looks like something a cow would drink. Yeah? Yeah? Welcome in, Nakomi. You are just in time. By the way, I want to do more streams where I don't have a specific topic in mind. How would you all feel if I filled out my schedule? Every Sunday I would like to set aside for viewer submissions. However, I would really like more flexibility in my schedule. Not necessarily, like, some days I would like to set aside to do something, right? Like if I have a collab planned, having someone on. But how would you all feel if on my schedule I just said, yeah, we're just going to stream today. Like, on this day, we're going to stream. And, we go wherever our mood takes us. Yeah, we mess around, we chat, we look at something odd. E-stream, I need to get my setup. I need to move everything. Yeah, I say it every 2 months. I am a very product-oriented creator. Farah, I think that I used to have a thing planned for the stream. I used to, and I fell back into that. Right, detective. And then day of, if I have something that I really want to talk about, then we'll do that. When comes the hurdy-gurdy, I need to ask my mom. She's helping coordinate shipping all of my stuff. That's not a bad idea, Bagel. Although I would want to read the story first, I believe. Wait, really, Farah? I'm going to level with you. A couple of years ago, my life was a blur. How good are you at puzzle? Would you race duel Umpuko in some BS puzzle game? Betting money. I don't know about the betting money thing, but I like the idea of challenging someone to a 5D chess-a-thon. Okay. Owlets, I have some hot garbage to show you. This is a bit of a story, so settle in. So, a couple of days ago, the people who publish, not develop, published Ark Survival Evolved. And its sequel, Ark fucking whatever. Nobody plays it. The one that everyone cares about is Ark Survival Evolved. They released a gameplay trailer for a DLC called Ark Aquatica. Let me get this going on old Reddit. Here we go. They released a gameplay trailer, not even on YouTube, to their website. This was, I believe, unlisted. Barely anyone saw it at first. Let me show you what it looked like. Shout out to Vex, by the way, for digging into this a little bit before stream for me. It's supposed to be underwater. This looks like shit. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Ark just generally looks like not great. It looks goofy. It looks like an Unreal Engine tech demo. Like, the game has always looked like an Unreal Engine tech demo and has been about as optimized as one. Oh, Hamwich, we're getting there. Don't worry. So, Ark releases this You can barely tell they're underwater. Oftentimes it doesn't even look like they're underwater. This looks like a mod at best. It's not great. There is very little. There's not even any post-processing. Like, even just a little bit of post-processing, please, anything. But no. Yeah, this is the driest water that you have ever seen in your life. I don't, like, there's so much that you can do. This sucks. And so, everyone is kind of confused. Like, people are asking, wait, what is this, right? This seems to have been released and discussed with very little fanfare. Well, oops. This was not the end. You see, this was put up by, not by Studio Wildcard. Now, we need to make a delineation here. There are two actors in this story. Our two main characters are Snail Games, who are the publishers of Ark Survival Evolved. And there is Studio Wildcard, who are the developers of Ark Survival Evolved. Now, Studio Wildcard, the developers, have been working on Ark 2 for a very long time, to the point that there have been comparisons made to other extremely long projects that just aren't panning out. Obvious comparison being Star Citizen. But Snail Games are the ones that put this up. And after this gameplay trailer went public... Oops, not that. I wanted music, please. We don't need music. Studio Wildcard, the people who made Ark Survival Evolved, put out a tweet writing, Ark Aquatica is being developed by Snail Games USA Colorado. Please follow them for more updates. Studio Wildcard remains entirely dedicated to the production of Ark Survival Ascended and Ark 2, and we're excited to bring Ark Lost Colony to you later this year. Now, like I mentioned, this gameplay trailer was quietly uploaded to Snail Games' website, right? Very few people saw this trailer. So people saw this tweet from Studio Wildcard and asked, wait, what? What's Aquatica? What is this? People are confused, right? You look in the replies, people are just saying, like, give up on Ark. By the way, I did try to get into Ark years ago. I couldn't. I just could not. I do not care for it. Yeah, you see the replies. What the fuck is Ark Aquatica? Literally can't find anything called Ark Aquatica when I Google. The hell is Ark Aquatica? Was this a mistake? Like 5 tweets all at once talking about what sounds like a game that's yet to be announced, right? Everyone is super confused. Like, what are you talking about? Right? Like, we haven't heard about this game. You haven't talked about this game. Why are you distancing yourself from this project when it's not even announced? It's like most people learned about Ark Aquatica not from the gameplay trailer, but from the tweet from Studio Wildcard distancing themselves from Ark Aquatica. So people were very confused. Why? Well... Oh boy. I'll show you why. because at GDC, the Game Developer Conference, they put out the official GDC trailer for Ark Aquatica. This is what it looked like. Alright, we just have to wake up in an environment.
Ark has brought you 10 years of unforgettable adventure. All of those journeys, those fights for survival,
It's AI!
have been leading to this.
It's
Are you
just
ready?
fucking AI! Oh, it's so bad.
A whole new world is waiting.
This was shown, yep, at GDC.
All
And suddenly, the preemptive damage control starts to make a lot of sense. This was shown at GDC by Snail Games USA as the proud announcement for Ark Aquatica. Do you want to know how much of this was actually trailer? This. All you really get is this bog standard wake up animation on an island in Ark. And then it's all AI from that point on. That was 10 seconds of gameplay footage. With an obviously, like, either AI generated script or just the most bland script possible, read by an AI voice. Oh yeah. Look at the head. Okay, I have not gone frame by frame in this. Look at the way his hands like blorbo together. Oh my god, they like combine. And his head just becomes smooth. He doesn't have a face. He doesn't have eyes. He doesn't have a mouth. Oh, he's just smooth.
5 minutes out of the meeting that thank God wasn't an email. Margaret, send the social media manager to my office. We need to put out a tweet as soon as fucking possible.
Yeah. Exactly, Ender. Thank you for the bits. Thank you. Boy. Oh, that is rough. And then this obviously is... Oh yes, this has 335,000 views. We'll look at the comments in a minute. Don't worry. But let's just really appreciate
Ark
this.
has brought you 10 years of
Oh, whoa. Is it just me, or did the art style of these flowers change? This looks more painterly. But then this is all realistic?
unforgettable adventure.
Oog.
Ark has brought you 10 years of unforgettable adventure. All of those
And this is another problem that they're really running into. This thing does not look like it is moving in the space it's in. Like, if it is moving through this space, it should be pretty narrow, right? Like, it's swimming as though it's in open water, but it's in a ravine? Also, oh my god, this is all mushy. Look at how mushy this is. Whoa, what was that? Look at it morphing. There's a fish. Wait a minute. Oh my god. There's a fish that swims back here. Two other fish just going down. That fish morphs into stone. And then morphs into more Oh, that is bad. Oh, that is rough. Even by the standards of AI video, this is bad. I am actually amazed that they decided to use these. And to be clear, this is something that I have asserted for a long time. The problem that people keep talking about the way that AI is going to help people in their workflow. The problem is that AI primarily appeals to the laziest possible people who do not want to use it earnestly. That the people who are going to use it, right? It's like going up to Deborah in accounting, slapping down some cocaine on the table and saying, "Look, I need you to work late. So just use a little bit of this as you need it." No. This is the problem with cocaine. The people who use cocaine, the people who are willing to use cocaine in the first place are not the kind of people who are willing to exercise moderation. That was the best metaphor I could come up with on the spot. Yeah, Debbie's gonna do fat lines. My Oshi has such a way with words. It was all I could think of. Sorry, that is the other thing that I wanted to mention, and we'll get to that. But this is the problem. This is the primary problem. The kind of people who are willing to use AI are not the kind of people who are going to use it in moderation or to help their workflow.
All of those journeys.
This, okay, like, I was flabbergasted because the AI video that they generated isn't even good by modern AI standards. Like, this doesn't even look good. This wouldn't even look good to an AI bro. Like, look. His arm. Like, right? Look, he fires the harpoon, and it's his arm, but then his arm turns into bubbles. And like, this turns into a bayonet. And the perspective is fucked. They didn't bother. They didn't care. Does he have 3 hands? He has... Well, I think he's supposed to be gripping here. Oh, look at that morphiness. Oh, he has 3 hands. He has 1 hand here, 1 hand here, and then the left hand turns into 2 hands. Yeah, an arm manifests from the bubbles. That's his foot. Oh, I see. Yeah, an arm manifests. Like, this doesn't even look good. Not even an AI bro would say, oh yeah, this is good. Vex makes a good point. Most of the actually convincing AI stuff is made by enthusiasts, not by companies. Yeah. That sounds right. The gun shoots the tip of the harpoon, which stretches into a full harpoon. Oh my god. Let me look. Oh, you're right. It, like, fires the front of the harpoon gun, which rips itself off. Yes, Vexthra, that old MST3K bit. They just didn't care. I want that now. I want that at the ready.
It is times like this I wish the dislike counter was still a thing.
I don't have the plugin installed. What is the like to dislike ratio on this? Someone said that it was like 960 something likes to, what, 14,000 dislikes?
Ladies and gentlemen, mad scientists, and others, we
42,000 dislikes to 980 likes. Listen, these tech bros have been telling people that people actually want AI. People are actually excited about it. They've just been pushed down. But when people are granted the opportunity to completely anonymously voice their opinion, and they're given an AI-generated trailer, they don't want it.
are about to show through witnesses, deposition, and a series of still frames that the producers of this film, Attack of the Eye Creatures, just did not care. Exhibit 1, please, Cambot.
Cambot queued up. Thank you. Yes, the night the light intolerant eye creatures spearheaded their bone-chilling assault on Earth was actually quite a lovely day. In fact, you couldn't have picked a nicer day to film a night sequence. Just after midnight or high noon, you decide. You see, they just didn't care.
I remember this bit. It's a really good bit. Day for night sucks, don't do it.
Those fights for survival.
Oh, look at the way that the fish just kind of morph in and out of existence. Ooh, it's the rock becomes a fish. Look. A fish right here, this fella. Fish is rock. Rock is fish. And look at this up here. They didn't even bother. You couldn't have done a few more renders? You couldn't have done a few more? There's something over there. This thing over here wants to be a whale in the distance, but also wants to be an eel. And it cannot decide which one it is, and so it just ends up staying this peculiar wisp. And this fella... Oh yeah, look at this. Look what happens to this fish here. So it starts out a fish, and then it morphs into nothing, and then schlorbos into something else. And then it becomes a rock. And now it's just a rock. This sucks. Oh yeah. This fish apparently... Oh yeah. Its fin becomes blood. And then it tries to shoot... Like, apparently it has eaten one of the Infinity Stones. Those fights for survival. Do you remember playing Ark? You remember playing Ark? Oh yeah, and then this gets bad. Look at how mushy this is. It's obviously taking from artwork paintings here, but then you have a dude. Wait, what is this? Look at this ship. It's squishy. the bow is rotated. It's rotated, and then there are bits of wood sticking out of it. This isn't a boat. Oh, it's awful.
Have been leading to this.
Oh yeah, look. And I think that they told it to make someone breaking it off, but it starts breaking and moving before he grabs it. And so it looks uncanny. Also, look, this thing rises up out of the water and then starts floating in the air. Oh, and also, do you like how the bow of this ship is also the inside of the hull? Look, there's the inside of the hull, and then here's the bow of the ship, which is also the inside of the hull. See? It like bends in. It makes no sense.
Or high noon, you decide. You see, they just didn't care.
They just didn't care. They just threw it in. Because why not? It makes no sense. This ship makes no sense. And I think what's really amazing to me is the sheer lack of care. They do, like, why not try again, right? If you get... Was this the best result that they got? Was this the best that they had? Was this the best that these generative models could produce?
Are you ready?
Oh.
Are you ready?
And this is the wild thing about generative AI, right? Is on the surface, it seems impressive that it can generate something like this. But then you realize, what is the purpose for something that isn't cohesive? Everything that this is making is inchoate. Also, this is a seal or something that splashes, and then whoopsie, it's actually an octopus, I guess? Wait, how many tentacles does this octopus have? 6.
Ready?
Don't worry about it. There's no use case for this. It's a septopus. Bottom left tentacle splits at the end. Does it now?
Are you?
Oh, it does. Oh, because it started interpreting the water. It started interpreting the water as another tentacle. Oh, that is so uncanny.
Are you ready?
Oh. Oh, that is so rough. The tentacle, this tentacle comes out of the other tentacle. Like it's peeling its tentacle off. And then this tentacle comes from underneath that. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. And watch this guy's feet. This is the only time that you will ever hear me say this, but look carefully at this guy's feet. His feet are flippers. His feet are flippers. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, these ain't grippers, these are flippers. Oh my God, wait a minute. And look at his back. It's bare, but then it moves, it inflates with water like it's a shirt. He loses all the definition in his back as if he was wearing a shirt. Woof. See? He morphs. He has a breathing sack. You're right. Born. This should not be flowing like this. That is not what lava underwater looks like.
A whole new world is waiting.
Oh, it's so mushy. Look at the way, like, there is no consistency to its form. You might be right, Vex. This, I guarantee you, does not show up in the game. I don't even want to analyze that. Okay, again, look at this perspective. It's in a valley, and then it moves. It's in a ravine, and then it moves as though it's in open water. It's so uncanny. It's so uncanny. Oh, how many tentacles? Yeah, you want to count? 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, what is that one? Wait, where's that one? Where does that one go? There's a tentacle that just disappears. It's like coming out of this tentacle. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll be kind and count it. Oh my god, look! Its tentacles are combined on this side. It loops up and then comes back around. This poor fellow, it's like when you're born with, it's like when someone's born with 2 fingers that are attached to each other. One, two, we'll count them as 2 tentacles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It still, at best, could make 7. Oh, God. Wait, now it's an octopus. This is what an octopus looks like when it's swimming, but it was a squid? Oh, dear. It was a squid that becomes an octopus. That is not... He's underwater. He's underwater. He can't be sitting upright like that. You need to lean in. Ugh, it's so mushy. Look at this mushy kelp. More mushy kelp. This one is very funny. It's a shark tar. It has that energy, doesn't it? Statistically average kelp. So, something I would like to point out is that he is wading into the water while being underwater. He's in underwater water. Oh, and they slowed it down at the end. Oh, look at that editing. So they slow it down. The frame rate obviously slows. Because the clip wasn't look at the way, look at that movement. Look at that editing on the tentacles. They just suddenly start moving. Watch. Oh, I forgot to move, sorry. They just jerk into motion. Nobody cared. Incisive as always, clown pubes, yes. Oh, wait. Those are still AI. Those tentacles are still AI. Look, they're morphing. Schlorp. Schlorbo. Look at this. Oh my god, that is ugly. Look, it's morphing. Oh god. See, it's mushy. Oh god. Yeah, the shadows they cast on the logo, yeah. Watch the center of the A. Ugh. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. The logo might also be AI generated. This sucks. This really sucks. Like, really sucks.
Gambot, next please. The eye creatures. Scabby, inflexible, lethargic, mucus-expelling creatures having no spoken language and no particular powers with which to conquer. They were also unfortunate enough to have evolved with heavy-duty zippers running up their backs. This frame is a clear indication that they just didn't care.
They just didn't care. So, this sucks.
I hate this. It is revolting.
More?
Please.
Yeah. Why don't, though? We're not done. Ah, it is top of the hour. Okay, you know what? We're going to get into this in a minute. We're going to get to the comments. But first, it is the top of the hour. And we need to BRB. So, since we're not done, I would recommend that all of you stand up, stretch your legs, stretch your arms, get yourself a sippy. We're going to come back in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to run 3 minutes of ads to make sure that for the next hour, nobody has to watch any ads, any pre-rolls. We'll come back once the ads are finished. So you won't miss anything. I won't be long, outlets. Don't go too far. Hi, Owlets. I'm back. Are you ready to continue? Because why don't? We have a... Are you ready? Yeah, I would also, before we get into the comments, I'm focused in on this now. How are you doing, Owlets? Are you surviving this okay? Lol, yes. Your arc surviving evolved it. Your hands are fused together. That's about right. Okay, well, as you might imagine, the art community is not taking this great. So, Syntac, who is specifically an art creator, said, "This is disgusting, and you should be ashamed of yourselves." Now, we're going to go through this. Right? Please sell the Ark franchise to literally anyone else. I should note, the video has 974 likes. This comment saying this is disgusting and you should be ashamed of yourselves has 15,000 likes. Over 15 times. And I should note, this is an aggregate. This is an aggregate of the thumbs up and thumbs down. One of the biggest players in the art community, yes. Yeah, how do I delete someone else's video off the internet? Checks date, not April 1st yet. Can we zoom in on this? Yes, we can. When the official trailer has no real animated or in-game footage. Well, it has a little bit. Now presenting Ark, no effort involved. There's a bit of Ark in your AI. But if you keep scrolling... Yeah, the Axeman LP is also an Ark creator. And he said, "This is disgusting. You are so out of touch with your audience. Do better." No way they use the voice that's in every Try Not to Get Scared, Scariest Stories video. I don't know Martin Generations. They use Try Not to Get Scared, Scariest Stories voice. Apparently, multiple people are saying this? Okay, so like maybe someone who, like, more of a Twitch streamer? Top 10. But yes, people are realizing now, why did they distance themselves? Why did Studio Wildcard distance themselves beforehand? Ah, that's why. Because they knew that this was coming. Yeah, isn't Ark known for its good trailers? What's going on? You gotta see Try Not to Get Scared, Scariest Stories. Okay, hold on. Fine. Try Not to Get Scared, Scariest Stories. Okay. Wait, where is it? I see the K... Is it a KML thing? Okay, let me see.
Try not to get scared. Scariest stories. As I went to school today, I overhear a classmate say we have a substitute teacher. Hoping to get into shenanigans, I rush to class. Littles do I know we didn't have a substitute teacher.
Littles.
It was the substitute creature. Try not to get scared.
Oh my god. Wait, let me hear this.
Ready?
It is! It's the same voice.
ARC has brought you 10 years of unforgettable adventure. Scariest stories. As I went to school today, I overhear a classmate say we have a substitute teacher. All of those journeys.
Hold on, wait a minute. I have an idea.
Try not to get scared. Scariest stories. As I went to school today, I overhear a classmate say we have a substitute teacher. Hoping to get into shenanigans, I rush to class. Littles do I know we didn't have a substitute teacher. It was the substitute creature.
Oh. There it is. It's the substitute creature. Littles do I know. Oh, this sucks. But no, they absolutely noticed. They were correct. And this sentiment is clearly being demonstrated here. Imagine how many AI shortcuts they took for the DLC if this is the effort they put into the trailer. I would say that this is actually a good trailer in the sense that it primes the viewer for what they should expect from the product. That is the lowest effort possible. Yeah. We got you your favorite thing. Disappointment. It sets the expectations correctly, yes. Yes. Oh god, I don't want to think about how much AI was used in the programming. Oh no. And that's basically where we're at. This trailer was released 2 days ago. You need to make sure that Mike sees this. I was considering that. Oh, hold on a moment. Wait. This would kill Mike. Mike might die. Let me see. I need to check something. Mike just DM'd me and asked me a question. Don't answer. Time to not answer it and send him this instead. No. I'm not doing that to him. So yes, that's what's been going on with Ark. This is embarrassing. I am amazed. Oh yes, and this trailer, when you combine that AI-generated trailer, this AI-generated trailer, with the gameplay that they showed off, this is the gameplay they're showing. This was their gameplay trailer. Oh, the shadows flickering. Oh, you're right. Oh, is that Z fighting? Right here, look. Is that fucking Z fighting? It is. It might be lighting flickers, although, again, Ark is basically an Unreal Engine tech demo. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I guess the gameplay really was just this half-baked. It's Subnautica at home. Wasn't Subnautica released about a decade ago? (2018), so 7 years ago. Ow. That is not great. That's about all that's there right now. I'll keep an eye on the situation. And I'll keep you all apprised from what I find, but this is a dumpster fire. Oh, you know what I'd like to do? Let me look at the Ark Survival Evolved. Is it getting review bombed on Steam? That's my question. What folder do I have it in? Oh my god, I forgot about this. Ark Survival of the Fittest. It was the Ark Battle Royale. Oh, I'm looking at my dead games. These are very funny. I have Ark. Where is it? Regular single session. Oh, I have it in a folder labeled trash. That's where I put it. That's not a bit, by the way. It actually isn't a folder labeled trash. Let me take a look. I never owned the culling. Oh, I have a friend who reviewed it. Two of my friends have reviewed this. Oh my god. I have a friend, like the drummer for my old high school band, left a review. He has 600 hours. Like, these negative reviews are 600 hours and 500 hours. It said, bro, I hate this game. I hate that it won't run right on any computer I ever tried it on. I hate that it expects you to have literal hours upon hours of real life time to do anything. Unsure how you're supposed to play it if you ever have to do something that requires you to leave the house. God forbid you log off before other clans on the server, or all the literal hours of time you just spent to build a base and tame some dinos are erased at 3 AM by someone in a different time zone. Toxic ass community on official servers, zero optimization, not recommended, not at all. I want those 600 hours back. Oh, and then another friend of mine said official PvE servers are laggy as hell and grief to hell, with trolls having occupied most of the server with buildings, so there's no viable way to start surviving because more than likely you will have to trek well away from beaches into dangerous territory to build even so much as a campfire. Oh my god. To be fair, that was like 5 years ago. Oh yeah, and isn't Ark like massive? It takes up a huge amount of space. 60 gigabytes.
I hate this. It is revolting. More? Please.
Unless you're Snail Games, anyone that touched their PvP tribe got banned. What? Wait. Snail Games had a tribe and anyone who touched them got banned. Wait a minute. Go on, Macroglossum. Please, go on. Wait, go on. I'm curious now. 375 gigabytes, oh god. I want to hear more about this. Yeah? Okay, well, I wanna know more about this at some point. I'm gonna search this because that sounds amazing. So people are saying that Ark Aquatica already has a Steam page. Let me see. Genesis, survival. Hang on. Not seeing it. Let me take a look. Let me search. Aquatica Ark expansion map. There it is. Well, obviously you can't review it yet, but... oh boy. 360 gigabytes is a lot. Maybe Wikipedia has a list. Wikipedia has some good lists. Largest game file sizes. Okay, Reddit has one. Okay. Oh, this is 4 years old. Okay, someone is criticizing this. However... Okay. So that's just a lie. The Gamer. Okay, Game Rant. Screen Rant. Fuck it. Alright, Game Rant. What do you have? How old is this? 2025. Okay, this is new. Oh, it's updated. I see, that's why. They updated the list. Okay. Number 1 is... You know what? We can take a look at this. We'll go at this in reverse order. We can read slop today. That's fine. Show me. DCS World. 500 gigabytes. Digital Combat Simulator World is one of the only games that really, truly doesn't respect the sheer amount of disk space it takes up in order to run. It's a flight sim with an incredible amount of realism, astonishingly lifelike visuals, and tons of minute little details that add to the immersion. Unfortunately, it is built on an outdated engine.
500 gigabytes.
I was curious to download it. Thank you for the 29 months, Narthex. Welcome back in. Let's see. Unfortunately, it's built on an outdated engine that's horribly inefficient, not only requiring the absolute top-of-the-line PC hardware to run smoothly, but a ton of space as well. Oh my god. $4,000 to get all the DLC. Ouch. What's... Okay. Ark is second place. Ark Survival Evolved is, according to Game Rant at least, the second largest game. Jesus. 250 gigs plus. Someone was saying over 300 gigs. Oh my god. God of War Ragnarok was 190. But it kind of earned it, right? Like it's a game that you can download, play, and then uninstall. Medal of Honor Above and Beyond from 2020. Wait, this was a VR exclusive game. 200 gigabytes. Helldivers 2 holds 138. Yeah, but it's gorgeous. Assassin's Creed Valhalla at 160. Stalker 2. Right, that's another recent one. Jedi Survivor. I just missed this. It just performed horribly. It is remarkable to me the way that game developers just seem less and less concerned with optimization. Baldur's Gate 3, okay. Baldur's Gate 3, that makes sense because of just the absurd amount of content, right? So much voiced dialogue. How much of it is dialogue? Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3's size reflects the sheer volume of content in the game rather than its graphical prowess. Yeah. No, that makes sense, right? Like, Baldur's Gate is just huge. It's a huge game. And allegedly made without crunch. God bless. I hope that Baldur's Gate 3, like, changes the industry. Unfortunately, I don't think it will. I haven't played it yet. I need to play it. Or Spoken. Wait a minute. Wait, what was Forspoken? What a nothing name. What the hell is... What is that name supposed to mean? Forspoken. Red Dead Redemption 2, another game with just a lot of content. It's the, well, that just happened game. An isekai open world title. Red Dead Redemption 2 makes sense. Horizon Forbidden West. Look at that jabroni. I really like this because this looks like two NPCs and then the player-made character. This it's like, these are the two that were designed by the developers, and this is the player's character coming in on the side. Final Fantasy 15. Okay. Starfield. Oh boy. Starfield. This is, I'll bet that the file size is largely because of the outdated engine again. Active and bright future ahead of it. Generally positive reception. Has it? Wait, did Starfield really receive generally positive reviews? That was not my impression. They remember the general audience. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. The Master Chief Collection. Well, this makes sense, though, because it's 3 games jammed into one. Like, with each of their code, each game has unique code. So that, I don't know, this doesn't feel right. Monster Hunter Wilds is a big game. But it's a beautiful game. I saw people complaining that Monster Hunter Wilds is too easy. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's easier than previous Monster Hunter games, but I wonder if it's easier. Like, it is easier, but I think it's less because it's hard and more because Monster Hunter Wilds is the first Monster Hunter game with a difficulty curve and not like a wall that is unscalable to anyone who hasn't played any previous Monster Hunter game. And also, they are clearly going to be adding content later. Like, the entire main storyline is just a tutorial. Borderlands 3. Am I the only person who just never stuck onto Borderlands? I tried to play Borderlands and I bounced off. Like, I have never finished a Borderlands game. I think I got through a couple of hours of the first one? No, 2. I don't even remember. That game bounced off of me so hard. Okay, Chanton. Maybe. I'm still lodged into Wilds. Black Myth Wukong. Okay, so it's just later games. Microsoft Flight Simulator also makes sense because you're basically downloading Google Maps. I don't know, that makes sense. Gears of War 5. Why'd they just call it Gears 5? Was that how they called it? Bing Maps, excuse me. Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War, hot drinks. Come and get them. What is his name? Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War. Like, how many more subtitles are they going to have to append to this series?
Brandy cream, soft butter ice cream.
That reminds me, I kind of want to return. I kind of want to return to Hypnospace Outlaw and dig into it a little bit. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Again, isn't this an entire trilogy? Isn't it it's another full trilogy. Gears of War 4. Okay. Yeah, it's the trilogy with all the DLC. It is Miss Inkwitch. Yes. I've got it. Yeah, it's all downloaded as one, but it's 3 separate games. Yes. Man, I tried to play the original Mass Effect again a couple of years ago, and it did not age well. I think that the concepts really carried it. The characters also carried it. The plot was nothing to really write home about. Port to the ship as soon as possible. The plot was serviceable. The two things that really carried Mass Effect were the setting and the characters. They got the narrator from Nova to narrate the codex entries, the main codex entries. And I remember sitting there with a sandwich and just letting the narrator from Nova read to me about all of the little bits and pieces of, well, I guess the major parts of the Mass Effect universe. The universe of Mass Effect is amazing. And quite frankly, I think that making the main plot of Mass Effect a doomsday plot was the worst decision that they could have made. Because the universe of Mass Effect is so rich. Why kill it? It seems absurd to me, in retrospect. Oh. Frames are dropping. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, are we back? Are we back? Okay, I think we're fine. Hi. The connection seems stable now. I think we're okay. Yeah, I think that the weather is just causing havoc. Oh well. We deal with it. Well. I was the kind of person who wanted to see the crazy politics in Mass Effect. It's the politics in Mass Effect, the politicking is some of the best parts of it. What? Like, why would they kill off that world? I maintain to this day, okay, you know what I want? The more I've thought about it, the more this is crystallized in my head. I want an XCOM-style game where you lead a Solarian STG task force. Come on, how cool would that be? The Solarian STGs are basically the Solarian Black Ops. That would be so cool. Squad-based tactical game where you command a Solarian STG squad. Too niche. But it would be so much fun. It's not even that niche. No, hold on. How many reviews does XCOM have on Steam? XCOM 2. XCOM 2 is better than XCOM Enemy Unknown, and I will not... I will not be fought on this. No, I just prefer it, personally. Over 72,777 reviews on XCOM 2. It is not that niche. Ooh, Asari Commandos, yeah! Wait, that would be great, too. Don't let the Star Wars prequels ruin space politics for you. Yes, some of the best sci-fi has been politics, yes. Okay. I maintain that the Star Wars prequels would have been better if they focused more on the politicking. It needed more politics. I know that sounds wild, but I wanted to know about this trade dispute, right? Like, what would lead the Trade Federation to literally, like, blockade a planet? That's insane. That's a declaration of war. How does that start to sound like a good idea? Like, I was most engaged when, like, I wanted to know more about the politics. Like, and then it just didn't. No, Wololo Juice, the problem is that it's not the concept that didn't work, it was the execution. You want great space politics, Dune. Dune is space politics. Look, after Oppenheimer probably had scenes that were guys in rooms talking. If they properly had scenes that were guys in rooms talking. There are so many examples of movies that are just guys talking. Oh my god. Ugh. It was frustrating because a lot of what was happening in Star Wars had very little tied in with the characters, right? Everything felt so distant from the characters. 12 angry men, 12 horny men. To be fair, they all probably were horny. It probably didn't help. Yeah, the camera is how you make it interesting. The script, the pacing is how you make it interesting. I still have fun with the prequels. It just, they could have been so much more, you know? I don't know. I still had fun with them. I still return to them like once in a great while, but they could have been way more. I think the problem was that it was Star Wars, and mediocre wasn't going to cut it. But then again, remember that I am not a Star Wars fan. No, Were Ducky, you're correct. Which means that they should have just taken a different tack. It should have been different. One of these days, I really ought... Like, I remember back in the day, I was like, what if I could rewrite the scripts of the original Star Wars trilogy, or the prequel trilogy, to focus in on what made it... what made it good? I am convinced that there is a way to do it. I'm convinced that there's a way to tie everything in. Script doctor. Yeah, what if I could script doctor it? Like, what if I could, like, sit down and edit it? Oh, speaking of, I had a thought. Remember how I said I've been wanting to write essays? Hypothetically, what if I were to just write them on stream? Like, what if I just started writing them on stream? It would be, I think it would be fun, because I want to write a few essays. Like, I want to write a book of essays. I would, like, I don't know if that would be entertaining. I don't know if that would be entertaining. That's the problem, if that's actually what people would enjoy. It would kind of be a work-along, yeah. Though I'd be reading the essay out loud to see how it read, and see if I need to change some of the ideas. It would be mega second monitor content. Imagine the backseating. I don't tolerate backseating to my writing. If I think that I've written something correctly, that's it. People can backseat all they like, but Like, and I'll take advice, but like I will accept advice, but if I think that something is good as it is, I'm not going to change it. People might be frustrated by that. Like, no, it would be better if you wrote it like this. And I just say, no, you're wrong. That might frustrate a contingent of viewers.
I love this fluffy artistic man.
Thank you for the 15 months. Just follow the beat. Welcome back in. Nick's working streams are nice? Yeah, I was actually talking with Nick about it, and he encouraged me. Write the script for The Grinch too. I need to read through it and get some people in. I want Chai. I want Speaker D. I will voice everything in between. We need a narrator. I think that Speaker D should be the Grinch. Oh no, I'm not going to be writing the script, make no mistake. It's a joke. Someone wrote a... Hold on. Let me see. Here we go. So... Someone asked, what's the most, arsler thing your dad ever did? And someone replied, wrote an entire Grinch 2 script. Like a sequel to Jim Carrey's Grinch movie specifically. Took him like 8 months and it's all stolen jokes, reads like a Unabomber manifesto. Every Christmas he gets drunk and rants about how we never took it seriously, and that's why the project never went anywhere. I need to read through the whole thing and then cast it. I really love the bit about how it's because nobody believed in him and nobody believes in his script. That's why it never got anywhere. I'm gonna level with you guys. Like I said, I slept a lot last night and into the afternoon. And I'm recognizing that I'm kind of starting to run out of energy. And so I think I'm going to be good to myself and call the stream here. I need to rest. I really need to rest. So I think that's what I'm going to do today. Owlets, thank you so much for coming. I'm on the fence about streaming tomorrow because Mike wants me at the ready just in case. Just in case he needs someone for the game show. And so I want to make sure that I have energy and I'm ready for it just in case I need to be there. I don't want to have done an entire stream before going in. So I think maybe no stream tomorrow, but we will be back Sunday for viewer submissions. How's that? And Monday. Yeah, I'll take tomorrow as a full rest day so that I make sure I have energy in case Mike needs me. And we'll figure it out. Oh, wait a minute. You know it's important. Monday is the 24th, and everyone keeps yelling at me to play Voices of the Void on the 24th. So, we'll do that. Viewer submission Sunday. And then Monday is Voices of the Void. Let's take a look at art. And close up shop. Hashtag TOWLArt. Taking a look. On Twitter. Blue Sky or Tumblr. Or even better, on the official ASTRALINE public Discord. We have a Starry Feathers sketch page. Oh my. Oh my. Okay. Let's see. Yum 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 yum. Ah, a whole onion. Good. And Owlet snugged up. Oh, cozy. TL cozy. So TL cozy. Oh. Wait. This is the plushie of me that calls you gay. You're gay. Oh, there's me being protective over the owlets. Yeah, I like that. Really, I mean, it... When I learned, you know, how upsetting, you know, and how jarring it was to combine, like, my chat and Mike's chat, I was like, my outlets. Be careful with outlets. Yeah. Protec. Cozy. Good. I'm glad you're cozy, Starry. I hope that you're feeling better. It's... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh my god. It's MST3. It's us. Like, that's me, Owlet, and then fellas all watching. They just didn't care. No idea what it was. Goodness gracious. Please look after yourself. Oh look, there's all the sea creatures in the, like, floating in the water and then suddenly not being in the water anymore. Is that Sakabam boss base? Yeah, Farah. I get you. It's me today. This was incredibly me today. Sucka bam bam boss base base. Sucka bam bam boss base base. Sucka bam bam boss base base. Sucka bam 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 boss base. God, I was just frazzled. I have been frazzled. Also, look, it's a substitute creature. I really appreciate that like the tentacles are wrong. You went out of your way to make sure the tentacles were wrong, and I love that. AI tentacles. Owlets, thank you. Good stream today. I like the streams where I kind of just have a little something and then we feel out the day. This is nice. This is comfy. Thank you. I would like to do this more. The MST3K versions of the chat are robots. I saw, it's so good. Your attention to detail is unreal. This is nice. I'd like to do more streams like this. There may be some weeks where this just ends up being what the stream is. Especially if I'm going to do this long term, I think that this is the best way of going about it for me. We look at peculiar things. Maybe I have a few things in my back pocket. Maybe I have something on my mind. But I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself to try to have something special for stream, to blow it up, but I don't think that that's sustainable. And I need to be better to myself. If I'm going to keep doing this long term, I have to be better to myself. So that's what I'm going to do. If I really am that tired, as I have been in the past, I will either let people know and say no stream tonight, or I'll say, hey, no, shorter stream today, right? I recognized, oh, I am running out of steam. So we'll just call stream here. I think that that will be best for me, so I can stream more and longer. This is how we'll do it. I'd like to be doing this for quite a long time to come. I don't think that I have reached my potential yet as a streamer, and I'm still figuring things out. So thank you for being on board. I was talking with Nick about it. How I want to conduct my streams, how I feel they ought to be. And I think that what I need to do is be more willing to experiment. Like maybe I have something wild that I want to try. But if I'm streaming 5 days a week, I can't do something wild and experimental every day. You know? I'll figure it out. I'm glad that you all are along for the ride. I'll try some things out, and I guarantee not all of them are going to work. But we will. Thank you, everyone. I will see you soon. I'll see you Sunday. That is the plan. Goodbye, owlets. We're going to find someone to raid. Let's see. Ooh! Rev Scarecrow is streaming Voices of the Void. I think we'll raid Rev today. Littles do I know. Littles do I know. Goodbye, everyone. See you Sunday. I appreciate you, owlets. If you decide to stay with the raid, I hope you have a lovely time with Rev. If you decide to go and watch someone else's stream, please have a wonderful time there. If you're going off and doing something else, please listen to your body and take care of yourself. And if you're headed to bed, I wish you sweet dreams. Goodbye, my dear owlets.